behind me right here is all the supplements I've been taking over the year. And the reason why I started taking all this was because I was having a lot of injuries that could have been prevented. And I mean like little stuff, like I would just get these random joint pains and stupid stuff. So I did my research, and even doctors, my physical trainer told me what I should look into. And fast forward to today, I take a lot of these things because they serve a purpose to me. What purpose it serves? So you guys go ahead and do your own research. If you feel like you struggle with some of these things, I suggest, looking into some of these supplements. Some of these are very generic supplements that you should be taking regardless, especially if you're a man. Without further ado, okay, let's just get into the video. Before I continue, I didn't show 3 supplements for a reason. They're my 3 favorite supplements, and I'm gonna be going over those at the end of this video. Those supplements have completely changed my life. Now, these have definitely helped, but it's not like these have fast results versus the ones I'm gonna show you and have literally served their purpose within 2 months of me taking them. So here's everything we got. And I love going over supplements, especially because I know some of these things have helped people that I'm close with. First things first, ISO Pure Protein. This is a generic supplement. You should be taking protein regardless, okay? So I take protein every single day. This is 25 grams of protein. As you can see, I'm running out. It only has 1 gram of carbs, 110 calories, ISO Pure. I don't really like the crazy flavors and stuff because when you start mixing like honey, bananas, oats and stuff, it kind of like messes up the flavor. Typically those protein brands end up having more calories, and with me, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not eating too much. So 110 calories isn't bad for this. Second supplement, creatine. Creatine is a very generic supplement. You should be taking this regardless. This helps enhance muscle growth, helps with recovery. So if you're lifting heavy, you're going on runs and stuff like that, creatine is very helpful, and it's just gonna kind of give you that fuller look. It's fish oil. All right, so this helps support heart health. It helps lower inflammation, which is something I really needed to take because I was getting a lot of inflammation in my leg. I broke my leg. I've dislocated my shoulder. I've broken my arm 3 times. Taking fish oil is super important for me, and it serves its purpose a lot because I was having really bad inflammation, especially in my leg. I will say for the past 3 months, I have not been feeling inflamed, especially in my legs. Yeah, fish oil is really good for that. And yeah, it improves joint health, brain function, recovery. The vitamin D3 plus K2. And what this does is it helps calcium absorption for stronger bones and teeth. So like I said, I had a lot of injuries. My bones are very weak, and my doctor recommended this for me. Well, my physical trainer, she had told me that I lacked vitamin D. And this is something that I heard growing up. My mom would tell me, you have low vitamin D, make sure you're drinking your milk, yada, yada, yada. And I kind of just ignored it until I dislocated my shoulder. That's when it really hit me. And I was like, okay, I'm just getting injured for no reason. So super important to take this. It supports immune function and cardiovascular health. DIM for men, this helps lower all your bad estrogens. Typically, I've heard people say, oh, only women have estrogen, but that's not true. Men also have estrogen. DIM for men basically gets rid of all that bad estrogen, and it helps promote better testosterone. So as a man, you wanna have good testosterone levels, and DIM for men is super important for that. All right, last but not least, for what I take in the morning is 7-keto DHEA. What this is it supports fat loss by boosting your metabolism, okay? And it helps with energy levels without converting to hormones. Now, if you wanna have good metabolism, I suggest that you start taking this. This has really helped me a lot. But yeah, I've been taking this since I started this whole stack thing. It was one of the first things I started taking. And yeah, I will say I wake up in the morning, every single morning I have high energy. I don't really wake up with brain fog, or I don't wake up groggy. Like I literally wake up and it's like I have a full tank of gas every single day. Now, I think what I take at night is more important than what I take in the morning. And that's why I'm doing this separate. So everything right here is what I take at night, okay? Zinc and boron. So with zinc, you shouldn't take zinc without taking boron, and you shouldn't take boron without taking zinc. I've done a lot of research. These are very important to take together. Okay, so you got to take these together. Basically, let's go over. So zinc and boron support testosterone production and hormone balance, and it improves immune function and mineral absorption. Basically, it just helps with your testosterone, keeps your estrogen levels low, keeps your testosterone high as a man. And then it improves immune function and mineral absorption, like I said. So if you want to ask ChatGPT more about that, go ahead and ask ChatGPT about that. Third thing would be ubiquinol. I hope I'm saying that right. Ubiquinol. Okay, and this helps improve heart health and it reduces stress. So I take this at night because when you go to sleep, you want to have a good resting heart rate. And I'm no cap, I've literally seen this help, because at first my resting heart rate was like in the 60s. And as a man, you want to be below 60, I think is the healthy resting heart rate. Now I've gotten as low as 49 beats per minute with my resting heart rate. So that's really, really good. From being in like 60s and mid 60s to going all the way down to low 50s is really, really good. So ubiquinol has helped. It served its purpose. And the reason why I take that is because I was going under a lot of stress. I broke my leg. I was going broke. A lot of things were going on, okay? These two are one of my favorites, or two of my favorites. I started taking this even prior to breaking my leg or going under all this stress. And this has really, really helped. Ashwagandha and magnesium. So ashwagandha helps lower your stress. It supports testosterone, your strength, and it helps with recovery. This is ashwagandha. You don't have to get the pill form. There are gummies out there that you could take. I was taking the gummies at one point, but I don't know why, but I kind of just switched over to the pills because I was already taking pills. Versus like with the gummies, sometimes I would forget to take them. Ashwagandha, I take 2 pills of these every single night. Now, my favorite supplement, and I mean my favorite all-time supplement, besides what I'm gonna show you at the end, just between these pills, is gonna be magnesium. I was going to sleep, and I was going to sleep stressed. I was twisting, I was turning. Sometimes I couldn't go to sleep, and magnesium has helped a lot. Now, I've lowered my dosage to 200 milligrams per night. At one point, I was taking 1,500 milligrams, which is low-key like OD. You should not be taking 1,500 milligrams per night. I don't know why I was doing that, but I don't know, I was tweaking. But anyway, 200 milligrams, good. You don't wake up with a headache. You go to bed, you feel good. You wake up, you feel recovered. Even if you lift heavy or go on a run or bike 40 miles, whatever it may be, I promise you, you start taking magnesium, the next day you're just gonna wake up feeling refreshed, especially when you're taking what I showed you to take in the morning. I'm gonna come over here because when I open the fridge, I have these right here. Now, I know this looks crazy. People, like my grandmother has came over and she's like, what are you taking? What is this? Why do you have a bunch of syringes in your fridge? Now, let me explain, okay? This is something called peptides. Peptides have completely changed the way I train, changes the way I recover, and just changes the type of results that I get now, okay? And they come in these little things right here. I'm not gonna show where I get them from. Actually, I don't really care. I mean, it's from South Lake Pharmacy. Yeah, I get them from here, so it's prescribed. You don't have to get it from here. That's just where my clinic gets them from. And they're very, very expensive, okay? Super expensive. I know you can get them cheaper elsewhere, but for me, I just go through the clinic because she does all the work for me. I take 3 types of peptides. I take BPC 157, TB 500, and I take tesamorelin. I take these specifically because of my injury and my joint pain. So when I broke my leg, I was struggling to even walk, and my knee was always hurting. And then when that knee stopped hurting, my right knee started hurting because I started compensating so much on my right leg. I started taking this because I wanted to reduce pain and reduce inflammation and reduce the chance of me getting tendonitis on my right leg. You take both of these together. TB 500 is once a week, and then BPC 157 is every single day in the morning, Monday through Friday. And yeah, basically I just kind of went over what that does and how it helps me. If you have similar problems, then I'd say look into TB 500 and BPC 157. I really do like these, and I really do think they've helped. Now, the other thing, now this is what I love, okay? This is tesamorelin. Tesamorelin basically gets rid of all that visceral fat which could also be like stubborn fatness, which is typically around your lower belly or your thighs. I was having a hard time getting rid of that visceral fat. So I looked into tesamorelin and it has helped tremendously. Like I wouldn't be able to see my abs if I didn't start taking tesamorelin 100%. No matter how much cardio, the diet and everything, like tesamorelin has done its job, okay? And that's why these three are my favorite, because they act quick. Not really like next day, but they act quick enough to where you're like, holy shit, like that really served its purpose. Like I see the results. I see why these things are the price that they're at and why they require a little bit more work than just swallowing a pill every single morning or night. That is everything I take right behind me every single morning. Now all the pills I keep in this thing, I take them Monday through Sunday. Some things I cycle off on just so I don't, become reliant on those things. Super important that you do your own research before purchasing anything. And everything is gonna be below here in the description. So that way you guys can go, and if you feel like it's something that you wanna take and look into, then I'm gonna leave the Amazon link down below so you can go and purchase that. Okay, so I hope you guys do your research. Hope this helps you guys become a better CEO, a better husband, a better man, a better individual, just thinking clearly.